Hello, and welcome to Frostbytes, a gaming podcast. It is episode 10.
I know.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
Oh my goodness.
We're 10 years old, and so now we can be a Pokemon trainer.
We can be a Pokemon trainer.
We can get our starter Pokemon from Professor Oak.
Spencer, how are you doing?
I'm great, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's been a busy month.
Mm-hmm.
Playing lots of gigs. I feel like a musician this past month, which is fair because I am one.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been good. I've been traveling a lot for shows and doing the thing, but I'm excited to, be here hanging. And today we're going to talk about the Nintendo Direct from, what day was it? June 18th? Was that the day of the Direct?
I think so.
Something like that.
I don't remember what day it was, but yeah.
Some day in June.
Yes, it was
2024.
June 18th. Yes. It's been a busy month in games in general, just with the amount of announcements from various different companies.
It's that time of year.
Giant companies, Xbox had their own presentation. Nintendo obviously had their Direct, but even like smaller publishers, Devolver had a presentation. Yacht Club Games had like a Shovel Knight focused presentation with some other stuff in there. But anyway, it's been a huge month for game announcements, and we can finally get a better idea of what the second half of 2024 looks like.
Thank goodness.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we still haven't heard from PlayStation.
That's
Besides
true.
them saying like, "Oh, we don't really have anything,"
Mm-hmm.
but there's some things about them that we will talk about later. But
okay.
It's that time of year when we start hearing about the next half of the year and what's coming up with gaming. And it seemed pretty bleak for a bit,
Mm-hmm.
but now it's looking pretty solid.
Yeah, there's a lot of
stuff.
A lot of stuff that I'm very excited about picking up.
Yeah. What have you been playing lately?
Lately, still, plugging away at like Emerald. Well, you know what? I think
I thought you were going to say Balatro.
Well, that too. I guess since the last time we chatted, I've been trying to get all of the gold symbols in the Pokemon Emerald Battle Frontier.
Mm-hmm.
I got the 6th one. There's 7 total.
Whoa.
So I just have one left.
So close.
I know. But before I get the last one, there's a couple Pokemon that I like specifically want to get. So I'm replaying XD, Gale of Darkness, in an effort to do that. And then also plugging away at soft resetting for Shiny Charmander and Leaf Green. That's at 7,000 plus soft resets now. So anyway, but that'll shine eventually.
I'm praying for you to be under odds.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
every night before I go to bed. I say, I hope Spencer gets his shiny lizard.
Any thoughts and prayers are appreciated always. And then Balatro is. I told myself I think I even said in the last episode that I was gonna like slow down or take a break or whatever. That has not happened. No, it's just like it's become my new default game where
nice.
I just like if I don't really know what I want to play, I just kind of like. Without like subconsciously, I'm like already clicking Balatro before I even realize that it's happening.
Right. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. And then you're just like, well, I already pressed it, so I may as well play
I'm already in a run, so I may as well finish it and then probably do 4 after.
Yeah, there you go.
Have you been playing anything? You've been busy with a lot of gigs.
I have been busy with a lot of gigs and stuff, but I have been trying to play some stuff in the meantime. I have finally started my playthrough of Stray.
Nice.
Which I started last month on my my birthday subathon that I did on Twitch, but I've just been playing it on my own since then. Great game. I mean, it's a pretty short game. I think I'm almost near the end, but I haven't finished it yet. It's just like 30 minutes here and there when I can pick it up.
Right.
I was playing through Brilliant Diamond, which I think I mentioned last episode as well, but I've since kind of put it down. Because I got to the Elite Four, defeated the Elite Four, got to the Cynthia battle, and died.
Nuts.
Yeah. And then I was like, figure this out later. And I just haven't picked it up since.
Wow.
So,
yeah. I mean, Cynthia's...
I think it was my bad. I didn't have enough like potions and stuff. But.
Oh, okay. I mean, Cynthia's like infamous, and I think they did one thing. I don't know. Credit, I guess I'll give to the remake is they actually made Cynthia harder.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but you can still do it. Absolutely.
Well, see, like because playing through Legends Arceus, what's his face has the same team
Yeah.
as Cynthia, and so I knew that having Gengar would be good, and I don't know, it just it didn't go as expected
As you thought it was going to go.
Yeah. I think I just need to strategize a little bit better and prepare myself a little bit better.
Right.
And
you're not like out of money, I assume.
No. I have so much money.
Yeah. Just like rock up with like 100 full restores or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's probably overkill, but you know, I mean, they use full restores.
They do.
So you're allowed to.
Yeah. I get into the I want to one shot everybody.
Yes.
And then
because it feels satisfying
so
when you're like, I'm just gonna steamroll this whole fight.
Exactly. But I think it's gonna take a little bit more strategy than that, which is fine. But I'll get back into it eventually. Mm-hmm. But now that my gigs have kind of slowed down the next couple of months, I'm excited to get back into some stuff. I'm excited to finish Stray, and then I think I'm gonna start Jedi Survivor after. And then I still have to touch Thousand Year Door remake. I haven't even turned it on yet. I haven't tried it at all.
Me neither.
Yeah, haven't had time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I guess I've also been playing Animal Well.
Oh,
and
nice.
that's been going really well.
I've watched one of your videos on that.
Did you?
I think I watched the first
first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this looks fun.
It's been great so far. It's been really satisfying to like figure things out and take my time and kind of solve its mysteries. But I would say like I appreciate you watching the first episode, but I would also say don't watch any more.
Okay.
Because it's definitely a game that you should like experience yourself.
Sure.
But I have been recording every time that I play it and putting them as just like unlisted videos in my Discord, and that's been cool. Even just personally. Just because like I'll watch back what I did and I'll notice like at least 5 things that I missed and I'll go back and like check it again, you know? Because like I'll, when you're playing a game, you'll see something and you'll make a mental note.
Yeah.
But then 17,000 other things will happen in the time that you're playing.
And then you forget.
Fully forget about that thing. So it has actually been, it's almost like, I don't know, diary keeping.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like when you stream and like you go back and watch your VOD after and be like, okay, like, my audio levels weren't quite as good, or like I needed this up, or should change this kind of thing. Like it's just kind of like, or like if you watch back a video of a show that you played, like it's that kind of just reviewing your work, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. But for something like just the nature of this game, where there's so many secrets and so many little like nooks and crannies, and like things that like sometimes you'll get an item and you'll have access to an area that you didn't previously.
Right.
And so like rewatching a section just to remind yourself that exists. Anyway, I'm having a great time with it. I haven't played it in a little while, but I want to get back to it very, very badly.
Well, that's it. I'm excited to see where it goes next. Hopefully I'll pick it up at some point. But
there is there's like a collector's edition available for pre-order.
Oh, cool.
With some cool stuff.
I love a good physical.
Yo, yeah. There's a physical
that.
for Balatro that's available for pre-order as well.
Nice. I was thinking of picking up Sea of Stars.
Yeah.
There's a physical for that now.
Oh man, and you should.
I want to. I'm probably going to at some point soon. We'll see how many of these new Nintendo games I pre-order.
That's fair. But yeah, I guess we've got a lot more on the horizon now to look forward to.
Yeah. Well, initially, like today. June 27th, is that what the day is? The day that we're doing the podcast, Luigi's Mansion 2 came out.
Released
today.
Yeah.
I didn't pre-order that.
No, me neither.
I want to pick it up at some point. I've never played a Luigi's Mansion game.
Ever? Really?
Ever.
No way.
I know. I should.
Yeah.
I want to, but yeah, I don't have any of them yet. So I'll probably pick that up eventually, but I think it's not a huge priority.
Okay.
But besides that, we've got a lot of stuff that was in the direct. So I don't know. Do we want to just get into it?
Yeah, we can jump in.
Sweet.
One thing I'll say about 2, I guess 2 things. It's weird that they dropped the subtitle Dark Moon.
Yep.
It's weird that they're just calling it like 2
Luigi's Mansion 2 HD.
HD. Yeah. Why did they drop Dark Moon? This is erasure. Second thing, Luigi's Mansion 2 has like a mission format where both 1 and 3 are more open. I'm not going to say open world, open mansion. but like there's two just has a different format.
Okay.
And so I guess if you play two and you maybe expect the others to be
yeah, I feel like I'd want to
like
play them in play 1, 2, 3
in that order.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Which like do I have access to one? That's the only one that I don't think I have access to. Like it's not on the Switch.
It's not on Switch. It did come out on 3DS.
Okay.
And you do, wink, wink, have access to that.
Right.
So that's all I'll say about that.
Okay, cool. All right. So this Nintendo Direct, happened on June 18th, and there's a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to try and go through everything.
Before we get into it.
Yep.
What was your like expectation level going into it? Were you like
I had low expectations.
Uh-huh.
The only thing I really wanted to see was Wind Waker and Twilight Princess remakes.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know what else to expect.
Yeah.
I felt like they said multiple times, like, we're not releasing any information on the new console. So I was like, okay, well, like, it's pretty obvious that we're near the end of the life of the Switch. So I was just like, I don't know what to expect.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was going to be almost exclusively remasters.
Yeah.
Not even necessarily remakes.
Mm-hmm.
Just like almost just ports, I thought. And maybe that also included Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, but to me, I feel like Nintendo is saving those games almost as like a safety net. If they're like
probably.
really, I don't know, kind of like starved for something, especially for like a holiday.
Yeah.
If they don't really have anything, I think that would be like a good safety net for them. But
yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I really wanted to see something Donkey Kong, and specifically I wanted a 3D Donkey Kong, like I wanted Donkey Kong to get like the Kirby Forgotten Land treatment.
Not side scroller kind of.
I was really hoping to see F-Zero. I was hoping to see Wario, either like Wario World, which is a GameCube game, or Wario Land Shake It, which was a Wii game. One of those two, I think, as a remaster, I was hoping to see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those were my three, I guess, hopes going in.
And you didn't really get any of that?
Not quite. I mean, one of those IPs, I guess, was certainly
mentioned
in the Direct, and that was something, I guess. But we'll get into that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I guess let's look at this a little bit differently from how we usually kind of talk through stuff. Let's kind of go through everything from the Direct, and I'll ask you if it was like a hit or miss for you. Is this something you were excited about, or is this something that you weren't excited about?
Okay.
So let's start with right off the top, opening sequence.
Cold open.
Oh,
yeah.
Mario and Luigi Brothership.
Oh, yeah.
Hit or miss?
This is a hit for me.
This is a hit for me, too.
Yeah.
It looks good.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah, I love the animation style. It looks really nice. It's different. I haven't played a Mario and Luigi game before.
Okay.
But it piqued my interest, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. So in the way that like early Paper Mario is like kind of weird and I don't know, kind of strays away from how Nintendo likes to play it safe with their characters, but like Paper Mario, especially early, you know, took some liberties, was a bit more creative. Writing wise, the Mario and Luigi series kind of kept that flame alive for most of its series and had some really great RPGs, like timing based RPGs over the years. I played Dream Team on the 3DS.
Oh yeah.
And
that was the one that had like an exclusive 3DS with it, didn't it?
Maybe like a Sleeping Luigi, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that one, I liked that one, and that one's apparently one of the weaker Mario and Luigi's.
Oh.
So I think like across the board, they remained in high regard, where Paper Mario just over the years has been really spotty and kind of divisive.
Especially lately.
Yeah, because they kept changing up the formula at where Mario and Luigi has kind of kept this consistent turn-based, timing-based style. But the presentation absolutely for Brothership looks just incredible.
It looks good. One thing I will say, starting the direct off like this, my first thought, besides it being like, oh, cool, Mario and Luigi game, was we have had a lot of Mario RPG games.
Yeah.
In the last year now, there's 3.
Right.
With Super Mario RPG, Thousand Year Door remake.
Yeah.
And now this.
Yeah.
Like, it's a little...
I feel like
it's a little much.
I feel like I feel like if there were any more beyond this, it would definitely start to feel like
I think it's just weird that they're all kind of in a row.
That's true too. Yeah. I wonder like what prompted them to go in this direction.
Like, you know what? We need to release more RPGs.
Maybe in lieu of making another 3D Mario game like Odyssey 2 for argument's example, given the Mario movie coming out, they probably just want to put Mario
at the forefront
on as many games as they can.
That's true. And that's probably why they released that Peach game and so many other things.
They're just riding that wave at the moment while they can. And I imagine whatever the next 3D Mario game is absolutely in development, has been for years, just not ready yet.
Yeah. Maybe that'll be on a next console.
Whatever Switch 2 or...
Switch 2 launching with Odyssey 2. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I still need to finish Odyssey 1.
Get all those moons.
Oh, God, yeah. Okay, next thing that they announced, which... Was this announced before?
This wasn't like an announcement as much as it was like a reminder.
The NES Nintendo World Championships kind of what is it? Survival mode?
It's a collection of NES games, but they're mini gamified. And
you're trying to like speed run them, right?
Some of them, there are challenges. Yeah, some of them are like get through a level as fast as you can. Some of them are I think maybe for like balloon fight or something, like survive as long as you can, maybe get a high score, because so many of them are like NES score based games that so this game is going to have leaderboards, like online leaderboards,
right? That is pretty cool. That's going to have like online,
but rather than it being like all of Super Mario Bros, it's just going to be like specific challenges from certain levels.
Oh, okay.
Although I think one of the things is going to be playing through Mario Bros as fast as you can. Like I think it's going to have that speed run built into the game, which is pretty cool.
That is kind of cool.
This one digitally, I think is like 40.
Oh, that's not too bad.
And then physical is 80, and the physical is coming with like a whole bunch of extra
I did see that there was a nice like collector's edition looking kind of thing.
With some like art cards, like an NES cartridge standy thingy. Is this one a hit or a miss for you?
Miss for me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't play it.
Yeah.
But I can see how it could be a hit for people.
Yeah. I feel like, I don't know. I understand. I'm constantly amazed at how often Nintendo repackages their NES titles.
Yeah.
And it's getting old. But I also understand that there's plenty of people who are very nostalgic and really like the NES era.
Yeah, a lot of people still play those games, I guess.
And people older than us, especially, who grew up with it more, who would appreciate having this now.
True.
So, yeah, I'm excited for them.
All right. Well, next up, we got a couple of just like JRPG kind of situations.
Yeah. We're going to lightning round because we're into at the point of the direct. This is like headlines.
Let's lightning round these. We got Fairy Tail 2.
That's a miss for me.
What the? Fantasian?
Fantasian Neo Dimension.
Yeah.
That's a miss for me.
That's also a miss for me. But that was this person that made this one also did Final Fantasy, right? It's like from the same people's Final Fantasy.
I do not know.
I think.
Okay, here we go.
So we're going to just speed through those. Nintendo Switch Sports. Basketball update. Hit for me.
Okay. Good. I'm glad. I'm happy for you.
I mean, not really. I'm excited to try it because it gives me another reason to play Switch Sports, and I think I've played it once since I bought it. So.
Okay. But so this is just an excuse for you to load
Maybe,
that game again?
I don't know. I probably won't play it.
Okay. This is a miss for me.
Yeah.
It's such a weird, like, this game came out kind of a while ago, and it's weird that they would add.
It doesn't hit the same way as Wii Sports did.
No, not even close.
Not even
It's
close.
weird also that they like got rid of Mii's.
Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah, they've opted for this like new Switch Sports specific art style and type of character, and they just got rid of Mii's. What's up with that?
They need to have more Mii customization is what they need.
Yeah, I mean, I think
to have more Mii's.
the last game that like featured Mii's on the Switch was Miitopia. And Miitopia is
True.
great, by the way.
True. Okay, next up,
Mm-hmm.
Mio, Memories in Orbit.
Mm-hmm.
Hit or miss?
This is a hit for me, but I'd like to learn more about it.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like it maybe is a Metroidvania, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, this is a hit for me too. The art style looks really cool. Looks like, a nice little indie game.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It looks fun.
Yeah, I like the design of the character.
Mm-hmm.
It's got some cool sci-fi stuff going on.
Seems like it'll have a good story.
Yeah, the movement as well that they showed in the trailer looked really interesting. Some like in-air. There was some stuff similar. You know how in like Celeste, you have to jump into those like crystals that like kind of you like get your double jump back.
Yeah.
There's some stuff similar to that in the trailer for this.
Cool.
I think. Yeah, it looks really promising, but again, I'd like to learn more about it.
Disney Illusion Island update.
It's a miss for you, boy.
It's a miss for me too. Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
That's a hit.
So this was a mobile game, right? It's finally coming off of mobile.
That's correct.
And it's like Animal Crossing, but it's like all Hello Kitty characters.
Yeah, and like
all Sanrio.
Pretty blatantly Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
I don't think they're trying to hide that at all.
No, it's like Island Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
It like the whole trailer was just like, oh, yep, that's Animal Crossing. Oh, yep.
But yeah, it's been out on mobile for a while now, but it's coming to console.
They convinced
Which is great.
Nintendo to let them kind of copy their IP, but with a different IP.
Right. Yeah. It's interesting that like Animal Crossing did the partnership with Sanrio to
True.
get some characters in there. So maybe something about that.
Yeah, they must have figured it out. Obviously.
But yeah, unironically, I'm stoked about this. It's
Great.
Adorable.
It looks
Are you kidding me?
adorable. I think it's a miss for me. I probably won't play it, but I respect and appreciate it.
For what it
little
is, what it has to offer.
Yeah, I appreciate it, and I hope everyone enjoys it and has so much fun.
I don't know what the price of this one is. Like if this one's a full $80, absolutely not.
Yeah,
but if it's
no.
like 30, 40, sure.
Yeah. All right, next we have Looney Tunes Wacky World of Sports. Miss.
Yeah, me too. But this was really funny to just like watch.
Yeah.
It looks like garbage.
It does. It looks so bad.
It's reminiscent of like Wii shovelware
Oh god.
era. But I love Looney Tunes.
Yeah,
but
Looney Tunes is great.
Just like
it just looks bad.
Yeah. Absolutely not. But it also really made me want like Mario Sports Mix, or at least like I think they haven't put out a Mario baseball game in a long time. The last one was Mario Sluggers on the Wii.
Right.
So I'd love for them to put out a new Mario game.
Mm-hmm.
Although the Mario Strikers that did come out on Switch was disappointing to me. So then I'm like, okay, well with that, I don't know that I actually want a Mario baseball game.
Yeah.
I need them to stick the landing on
They're
it.
just not hitting the same way as the Wii era of sports games.
Yeah.
You know?
Something about that Wiimote.
Yeah.
It's magical.
It was. Okay, next on the list is an update for Among Us.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hit,
That's a hit for you?
I think.
Okay.
I haven't played Among Us in a long time, but I'm excited to check it out
Right on.
and see what's up.
So what is this update? Do you know what this update like
There's like new
offers?
roles.
Okay.
So like you can
So rather than just like either you're a crew member or an imposter,
exactly.
there's some other
roles in there now,
Gotcha.
it seems, that can here they are. Noisemaker, Tracker, and Phantom.
Okay.
Add another layer of deception.
Deception.
It seems like it'd be cool. I wanna have a group of friends to play games with. But.
Yeah. I feel that this is a miss for me, but I think if I had, we should just play Among Us.
Yeah, let's
just play Among Us.
Let's get all of our homies.
Let's just play Among Us.
Let's just play Among Us.
Okay, I changed my. This is a hit now.
This is a hit.
This is a hit because it has forced us to play Among Us together.
Nice. There we go.
Great.
You can have a friend Among Us night. Get all the friends.
Hell yeah. Oh my God, I forgot about this one.
Farmagia?
Yeah, man. Do you remember anything about this from the trailer?
No.
No? Okay.
I don't.
Pokemon, but honestly, looks more like Pal World than Pokemon.
Right. Oh yeah, this was like the Pal World Stardew kind of mix. There's some Monster Hunter. I don't know what else there was.
Yeah, I would say this is like Pal World meets like a farming simulator, even though Pal World has some farming in it.
Right.
But that's for like food. Like you farm for like food in Pal World.
Yeah.
In Farmagia, you farm for the monsters. So you grow. There's like this
monsters?
like wolf fox that is like a, I don't know, looks like celery or something growing out of the ground.
That is kind of cute.
So you grow a whole bunch of monsters and then you sick the lot of them on a target like Pikmin.
Right, the Pikmin part.
So it was like Pal World meets a farming simulator meets Pikmin.
Yeah.
And it's like this anime art style. This is a miss for me, but just the combination of ideas is fascinating.
Also a miss for me, but that it seemed like a cool concept.
Yeah, it's also by Marvelous, who has been putting out the Harvest Moon games in recent years. Not the Story of Season.
Yes, because
games.
Story of Seasons is the original Harvest Moon.
Yeah.
The Harvest Moon is not the one.
No.
It's not the one.
Okay.
Wow. Oh, it looks like that one's going to be 44 pounds.
Okay. Now we know.
Like $60 Canadian?
Can you do the pound to Canadian conversion in your head?
No.
No? Okay.
This is a guess.
Taking a wild guess?
This is a guess.
I don't know. I have no sense of what the pound is to the
Well, now I need to look it up.
Canadian dollar. Usually for like when I see like a US price, I'll just like add 10 to $20. And that usually does the trick.
You see, this would have been the US conversion, but the pound to Canadian is 44 pounds is about 76 Canadian dollars.
So that's going to be a $79.99 game.
Yeah.
For sure. Farmagia. Okay. Yeah,
Farmagia.
that's a miss, I think.
That's a miss. Okay, next, something that maybe piqued your interest.
Absolutely.
Donkey Kong Country Returns HD.
HD.
So is this is the third Donkey Kong Country Returns, isn't it? Or second?
The third, what do you mean? Like,
well, like does Donkey Kong Country Returns a game already?
Yes.
On what console?
So this originally came out on the Wii.
The Wii.
This was the first time that like Donkey Kong Country came back.
Right. Okay, so it's Donkey Kong Country Returns.
Yeah, and then
Wii.
After that was Tropical Freeze on the Wii U.
Right.
And then they ported and added some extra levels to Donkey Kong Country Returns on the 3DS. And now this.
Yeah, that was the third one that I was
thinking.
Yeah.
So okay, I got you. Yeah. So yeah, this is Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, and it also includes all of the content from the 3DS version.
Oh, cool.
Which is great. This is a great game. This one and Tropical Freeze are both fantastic.
I have not played Tropical Freeze, but I love Donkey Kong Country. I remember playing that a bunch as a kid.
Yeah.
And I would love to get this.
Yeah, play some more.
Yeah, this is a hit.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was great to see Donkey Kong. I don't know. Donkey Kong representation feels really weird and like overdue.
Yeah.
And I'm shocked that they haven't.
I would have loved to see a new Donkey Kong game.
Yeah, he's so due. That the whole like Donkey Kong like world is like due for like a bona fide game.
Hopefully Switch 2.
Yeah.
Again, this is probably also just like riding on the Mario movie.
Yes. Yeah.
Probably took them that long to get the remaster or the remake done.
Yeah.
You know? But I think it'll be good. Comes out in January 2025.
Okay.
Excited to. Oh, it has 2-player local co-op too.
Yo, yeah.
That'll be fun.
Plays Donkey and Diddy.
And Diddy. All right, what do we have next? This was a good announcement. Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake.
Terrible name.
Terrible name.
Fantastic game.
Yes. I've never played Dragon Quest, but I know it has a huge fan base. I'm excited for everyone who wants to play this.
I'm one of those people.
You're one of those people.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm a huge Dragon Quest fan. This is so exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And a really great excuse to play an older Dragon Quest, because a lot of the older ones are kind of tough to, sink your teeth into.
Right.
They're pretty antiquated. So having any excuse to take one of the older, greatest RPGs of all time and renewing it and also presenting it in this new HD 2D style reminiscent of Octopath Traveler. Terrible name. I cannot believe they put HD 2D in the title.
Did they think people would be confused if they just said HD?
I have no idea.
Did they think it would be a 3D game if it was HD?
I have no idea. I think maybe because recent Dragon Quests, like Dragon Quest 11 was 3D. A whole bunch of Dragon Quests lately have been in 3D rather than 2D. But yeah, I don't know. I think HD 2D to me is like an industry term. Like the regular Joe doesn't know what that means, doesn't have any idea of what that means, what that is supposed to explain or whatever about the game. Other than that, I'm so stoked about this. And then as a cherry on top, they also teased that there will be HD 2D remakes of Dragon Quest 1 and 2 coming next year.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a whole trilogy, those 3 games, right?
Exactly. It's the Erdrick trilogy, and Dragon Quest 3 story-wise comes first.
So that's why that one's coming out before 1 and 2.
You got it.
Makes sense. Great.
So
well, I'm excited for you for that.
Thank you.
Because that seems like it's
so much.
Really cool.
And that one comes out in November.
November?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty close.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, we... Funko Fusion. Big ol' miss.
Okay. Same.
Yeah. Basically, you play as Funko characters, like Funko Pops.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the point of this game is.
Just cramming as many IP, different IP in a game
$60
as they can. I don't know. I'm sure people are. I don't know. Who is this for?
Yeah, kids. I guess.
But
they have guns. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I'm
It didn't look great either.
No, and I mean, I worked at a game store. We sold a lot of Funko. I even bought into the Funko thing when they
love Funkos.
started, putting out all the Pokemons.
Yeah.
For it, and then
I got a little Umbreon.
You got a little Umbreon right there.
Right here.
But I got out of it.
I'm not out of it.
No, but that's here's I don't want to throw shade. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just kind of vomiting IP onto a thing. What does it serve?
I don't know.
I don't
tell
know.
you.
Anyway, that's a miss for your boy.
Big miss for me too. Luigi's Mansion 2 is next. We already kind of talked about that. Do you have anything else you want to say on that? It's out now, out today.
It is out today.
It was another reminder.
Yeah. Good game, but I think your idea of playing them in order is a good idea.
Yeah.
It's just it's a shame that Luigi's Mansion 1 hasn't come to Switch yet.
Yeah, you'd think that they would have got that out before too, but they didn't. So, oh well. Yes. No, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The new Denpa Men.
Uh-huh. So what is this game?
This is a hit.
It's a hit?
1,000%. All right. So Denpa Men was a game that came out on 3DS a few years ago. I had never heard of this game.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that this existed until this was shown in the Direct last week. Okay? But
Same.
Instantly, just from looking at it, I was like, this is so silly and cute. I love it. And then I realized that because I'd heard other people saying that they played the first one that came out on 3DS.
Right.
And I was thinking, I feel relatively well versed in the 3DS catalog, and I've never
You've never
heard of
heard
this
of
in
it.
my life.
Mhm.
Anyway, so I'm very excited about it. A cool, I don't know, I guess cherry on top about this thing is it's fully free to play.
good.
Comes out July 22nd. It's a turn-based RPG, and the way that you collect the Denpa Men in the game, I think, is going to have something to do with connecting to different Wi-Fi sources, because that's how it worked in the original. You would get a new Denpa Men every time you connected to a new Wi-Fi. So
Interesting.
like I would have obviously like a Denpa Men for like my Wi-Fi at my apartment,
Mhm.
and then if I came here, I would get
You have
another
a different one.
But I imagine there will be other ways to get Denpa Men. I don't know a ton about it, but it looks great. It's there's a section of it as well where it looks
It's
like
kind of
you're
Animal Crossing.
yeah, it's got some Animal Crossing elements where you can, I don't know, design a little like village looking area, but it looks like extremely simple.
Great.
It's almost like reminiscent to me of like Animal Crossing New Leaf, because I don't know, you could like place paths in New Leaf with like custom designs, but
Yeah.
they were just squares.
Yeah.
So you just have like really blocky looking paths. Anyway, so that's very nostalgic for me. I'm stoked about New Denpa Men. Big hit for me. What do you think?
I didn't know what it was.
That's fair.
So it was a miss for me. But hearing you talk about it more definitely makes me intrigued.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it helps that it's going to be free to play.
Yeah, it helps that it'll be free. That is a big factor of if I'm like, oh yeah, I'll check this out.
Yeah, I think July 22nd
July
for that
22nd.
one
Yeah, that's
is
a
when
month,
that one's going to be
away
out on the
about.
eShop. So yeah, keep an eye out for New Denpa Men.
Nice. Okay, next we have Metal Slug Attack Reloaded. Miss.
This was really cool to see, but this is a miss for me too.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. There's some series that like anytime they show up in a presentation like this, I am like excited to see them.
Right.
Just because I recognize the IP or whatever. But yeah, if I'm being honest with myself, I don't think I'm going to play this one.
No, not for me.
But great to see.
Darkest Dungeon 2. Also not for me.
Okay.
So a miss. But
It's a really cool game. Darkest Dungeon's a roguelike with some pretty mature themes.
Looks like that.
And
the art style is cool.
Yeah. I don't know a ton about it other than that. But it has some mechanics in the game where like obviously when you're doing it's a turn-based roguelike. And obviously like anytime you're doing any sort of battle, you have to deal with the enemy. But there are also systems in Darkest Dungeon that affect your own characters, your own party members, including like depression or hysteria or things just like, I don't know, almost mental illnesses or just like things that like they can just kind of like be affected by that will, you know how like this is a much like simpler I don't know, version of this. You know how in Pokemon, your Pokemon can get confused and hit themselves?
Yeah.
There's a lot of that in Darkest Dungeon.
Oh, okay.
In just various forms.
Great.
So there's a lot of like resource management in that regard where you have to like keep your party sane and also deal with
everything that's going on.
The horrors in front of you.
This game looks like a game that like my best friend's older brother would play.
Okay. Yeah, I get that vibe.
You know?
Yeah,
like
sure.
if I was a kid and like would, go over to my friend's house and like see their brother was playing video games, I feel like it would be like something like this.
Okay. Like edgy.
Like very generic, but
oh, okay.
Like not this isn't generic. I mean like generic brother of a best friend kind of thing.
Right.
Not like specifically
right.
a specific person I'm thinking of. Just like I just feel like this is that kind of game.
Right. Like older teenage brother.
Yeah.
Going through it.
Yeah. Edgy stuff.
This is a hit for me.
Okay.
But not. It's like a delayed hit. Like I'm not gonna get this immediately. I want to play the first one first.
Cool.
What a concept, playing the first one first. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
These guys.
Oh yeah. Okay. So next we had Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack update. I'm excited about 4 Swords and Zero Mission.
Me too.
And then they have a 17 mature 17
That was
plus
so funny.
section.
Yeah, I love that they like
Isn't
specified.
there's only 2 games in it?
I think it was like introducing
Right.
the 17 plus section. I don't know if there's anything.
Is
Maybe
GoldenEye?
GoldenEye might be part of that as well. Yeah, just because guns.
Yeah.
Um,
Love GoldenEye.
but yeah, for N64 they have added Turok and Perfect Dark, which are misses for me.
Misses for me as well. For the GBA stuff, the Four Swords and Metroid Zero Mission, I will probably check those out.
Mhm.
But that also was a nice little preview or like foreshadowing of what was coming.
Of what was to come? I hadn't even realized that until you just said it. That's a very good point.
What I thought of was like, oh, there's a reason that this is.
But Four Swords is cool because it is like the entirety of Link to the Past, but then there's some additional like multiplayer stuff. And because this is Switch Online, you can do the Four Swords stuff online,
which is great,
with your friends, which is so
Can't
sick.
Wait, let's do it.
Because absolutely. Because like previously, you would have to play Four Swords with like 4 Game Boys all attached to a GameCube.
Four Swords was the first Zelda game I ever played.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Super random, but my sister worked at Blockbuster and just rented everything, and I remember playing Four Swords with her. It was a good time.
Cool. But yeah, this would be a sick one to play with like 4 people and all online.
He's super good.
And then Zero Mission, if you wanted to play the 2D Metroids like in story order, Zero Mission comes first.
Oh, cool.
So it's great that that's available on Switch now, finally. I believe Zero Mission is a remake of, I want to say just the first Metroid, because I think it's like Samus Returns, the 3DS Metroid that came out a few years ago. That one is a remake of Metroid 2.
Okay, cool.
Confusing, but I think hang on, I might be wrong about this. If anyone watching live wants to correct me, I believe it's Zero Mission, Samus Returns, or Metroid 2. Super Metroid, I believe, is third. Metroid Fusion is fourth, and then Dread is fifth.
Oh, okay.
I think. If I'm wrong, someone will correct me.
Oh, there's a lot
of
Metroid games.
Those are all all the 2Ds, and then the Primes have like their own story.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Oh, gosh. Okay, next up, we have a couple of misses for me. Phantom Brave, The Lost Hero. Is that a hit or miss for you?
That's a miss for me. I watched
like another JRPG kind of situation.
Yeah, I watched the direct live on Twitch with a few of my I don't know, chat community, I guess. And one of my regulars was excited to see this just because he said that like this was the first game developed by this studio. I don't remember the studio that does this, unfortunately, because I'm bad at doing this. NIS. NIS. This was NIS's NIS. This was their first like title.
Okay.
So this is huge for NIS fans.
Cool. All right. Great.
Yeah.
Next we have Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. Arcade Classics. All right. Some people are probably into it. Not for me. I love Marvel, but
yeah. Well, I'm wondering, like, since you love Marvel, would you like try this?
Yeah, I'd try it.
Or like, what's your relationship with fighting games?
I played them a bit as a kid. I never owned them. Like, it was just like, friends that had them or whatever.
Right.
So yeah, I'd play it, but it's not something that like I want to sink a whole lot of time into, I guess.
Sure.
But I'd try it depending on, depending on how much it is, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good point.
I mean, I love a good little beat 'em up, They are fun. But it's not something that I'm like super stoked on. So like, it's not a hit, but it's not a miss either for me.
Somewhere in the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I can appreciate this, I think, like from the sidelines, from afar.
Yeah.
I think Marvel vs. Capcom 2 in particular in this collection is exciting to see.
I do know Marvel vs. Capcom did like excite a lot of people. Like those games are like important in the gaming world. So
yeah,
it'll be cool to have, new life brought into them.
I just, similar to you, didn't really grow up with it and like haven't. I think like the only fighting game I've ever put any amount of time into is Smash Brothers.
Right.
So
I played a lot of Soul Calibur 2.
oh, cool.
Specifically the GameCube one because Link was in it.
Because Link is in it, of course.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
So I'd say like this is a miss, but it was really great to see. Also, just for like game preservation.
Yeah, exactly.
This is great to see. So yeah,
which is something that a topic that a lot of people have been mentioning lately is just game preservation and trying to keep these things in existence and not $1 million, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, Super Mario Party Jamboree. What are your thoughts on this?
This is the third Mario Party on Switch, which compared to the GameCube is light.
Yeah,
you know?
I was gonna say the GameCube had what? Four, five, 6, 7?
Yeah.
Yeah. Got them all back there.
So like, don't get me wrong. This is a hit. I love to see Mario Party.
Yeah.
How much of this could have been DLC? You know what I mean?
100%. And maybe Nintendo realized that they fucked up with Super Mario Party. Because
in what way?
Well, like a lot of people don't like that one as much as the All-Stars
as
one, right?
Superstars?
Or Superstar, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Because the boards are small. I mean, that's mostly it. Like the boards aren't great.
But also there's a lot of, you can only play with a Joy-Con.
You can only play with a Joy-Con.
Yeah. So it's true. This is still like Super Mario Party and then a subtitle.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
But it's like how it seems like at least the boards look good.
Yeah, the boards especially look the most like original Mario Party boards than we've seen in years, if you don't count Superstars. But Superstars is all like remakes anyway.
Yeah, those are remakes.
So I think they're going back into that direction, which is great to see. They've also said that this is the biggest Mario Party game that has ever come out. And it also has like a 20-person online mode,
which is pretty cool.
Which looks interesting.
I'm excited for this. I love Mario Party. I grew up playing all the GameCube ones.
Yeah.
All of the ones that I have on my bookshelf
on
were my sisters. Those are the ones I played as a kid. So I'm like excited for this.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
Yeah. It's a hit.
It's a hit for me. I'm praying that it's good.
I think it will be. It's just, I don't know. I wonder like how much Mario, like this is obviously the last one for the Switch, but I wonder like, this is an instance of like, for me at least, where like backwards compatibility for the next system becomes a thing, because like I wonder with a lot of these games, honestly, like if they'll be playable on the next system,
I hope
or like if they'll just come out with like another full price Mario Party that's kind of the same within the first year or two of the next system.
I hope that with how late they're releasing stuff into the Switch's timeline, that everything's backwards compatible.
Yeah.
Because if you think about the GameCube,
yep.
Like Twilight Princess was released on both GameCube and the Wii.
Right.
And GameCube was backwards compatible.
Yep.
But I don't know. It was a launch title for the Wii.
Yeah.
But it was backwards on the GameCube, and that's the better version.
Right. Yeah. But I think this one looks cool. Shy Guy's in it, so I'm happy.
Nice. There you go.
Also, they showed in the trailer Ninji's in it, and that's the first time Ninji's been playable.
All right. Well, the next thing.
So this was huge. You have the floor. Go off.
The next item that was announced was The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. Now, this is huge for many reasons. One, it's a Zelda game so shortly after Tears of the Kingdom came out. It does seem to be like the 2D style that I mean, it's 3D, but it's the 2D style, like what Link's Awakening was. It looks good. The biggest thing is that you play as Zelda.
It's a Zelda game.
It's a Zelda game where you play as Zelda.
It's a Zelda.
People have been wanting this forever.
Underlined and bolded Zelda game.
Yeah, huge. It looks really good. It comes out in September.
Yeah.
That's like not far away.
I know. It's right around the bend.
And it's a new game. It's not a remake or anything. It's new.
Can you like walk me through what you were thinking when you were watching the trailer for the first time.
So, what I was thinking, one, I got pissed off when they said that they couldn't just give Zelda a sword.
Oh, okay.
Like,
because you're like, what the hell? Why not?
Why not? That's sexist.
Okay, yeah.
Like, give Zelda a sword. Let her have a sword.
Right.
But that being said, also I think it's really cute that she has Link's cape.
Yes.
But that being said, the mechanics look really cool.
Uh-huh.
It's like what they did with Tears of the Kingdom and brought it into this new format of Zelda, which is their new like 2D kind of format.
Yeah.
It looks great. I still haven't played Link's Awakening. I don't have it.
Okay.
I want to get it.
Yeah.
And I don't think I won't have time to play that before this. It probably doesn't matter if I play that before this because that's a remake anyways.
Right.
But yeah, this looks super cool to play as Zelda. Be able to like replicate things and like put enemies on people and like clone stuff. This is really cool.
Yeah. I'm really glad that they stuck with this style for a 2D Zelda because it does look really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to like explain how Zelda's power is gonna work?
Yeah. So I guess it's like her magic that she has, and
she meets a new companion.
Yeah, she meets a new little fairy companion kind of thing called Tri.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Yeah.
And Tri like gives her this ability, right? And then yeah, she's able to like duplicate things, including like items, enemies, and like yeah, it has that almost, you know, customizable ability like what Tears of the Kingdom has.
Where you're able to tackle a puzzle or navigate anything
in just so many different ways.
However you want to.
People
with
get to be creative with it. It's like almost sandbox like.
It is, yeah. It's like a sandbox puzzle game. And it looks really good.
I like that the Zelda franchise is kind of going in this direction.
Okay.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It like adds a new layer to the franchise because I feel like maybe they're thinking like, oh, things are getting a little old with just like running around hitting stuff with a sword and a bow and whatever. Maybe they're trying to just change it up.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this looks sick. This is, I mean, obviously this is a hit. I think that goes without saying. But just...
the move is called Echo. It's an echo.
Yes, it's an echo. Yeah.
Echoes of wisdom.
Yes.
You're making echoes.
So there will be things in the world that you can effectively hit Control C on, and then you can hit Control V
copy paste
anywhere. You can Control V that thing anywhere in the world that you want it to be, including, as we're watching the trailer right now, you can copy
like
water
and
then put water wherever you want, but the water will like stay within a cube. And yeah, you can tackle various puzzles however you want with whatever you have access to. I'm
really excited. You know, like I said at the beginning of the year, I wasn't going to be pre-ordering stuff.
Oh, this one's, but you know, this one's
I'm not, I wasn't going to be pre-ordering stuff. I got to get this.
Yeah.
I got it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a huge fucking Zelda fan.
Yeah. I'm going to pre-order this.
Yeah. It looks sick. I've been waiting for the pre-orders to go live. And there's one more thing that came along with it that I am actually excited for.
Yeah.
And I remember watching your like live thing because you posted your reaction to the direct, and you're just like, I feel sorry for all the Zelda fans.
I gave my condolences
for the Switch Lite. Now, typically, I would be like, ugh, what? Why? But I've been wanting to get a Switch Lite. I don't have one.
Okay.
I've been wanting to get one just to have one and try it out. See
just
what
to
it's
have
like.
that model.
Yeah. I regretted not getting the Sword and Shield one when it came out. And I've been like trying to find it on Marketplace for the last couple months. And now seeing this, I'm like, oh, I'll just get this one.
Yeah.
And like the Switch Lite, it's like $250.
Right.
Well, like $300 after tax probably.
Right.
And this one looks great. And I like one of my things is I want to collect all of the Zelda consoles. So if I'm gonna get a Switch Lite, it's gonna be this.
This is gonna be the one.
Yeah. and then I'll say I have it, and then maybe if my regular Switch is too big to carry around somewhere, I can just bring the Switch Lite. Try it out.
Portably, it is much better.
Yeah.
It's just lighter. One of my issues with the regular Switch is the Joy-Con sometimes can just feel a little flimsy just because they're not attached.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just there's no real way around that. I guess you do have like a Satisfy grip on there right now, and that would probably
I do have a Satisfy
help
grip
with that issue for
on
me.
it right now.
But even still, like, I don't know, just
because this doesn't wiggle at all.
Right.
But I do know what you mean when your Joy-Cons get worn out from
Yeah.
sliding a bunch.
Yes, and then sometimes like another thing is they can disconnect in handheld mode. Just like if it slides up a little too far.
Oh, right.
So yeah, just having it all intact is nice. And yeah, I really like my Switch Lite, even though I never use it.
Which one do you have?
I have the Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl
nice.
one.
Cool.
I got it for a really, really good price when I worked at the game store.
Sweet.
So anyway, but yeah, I like my condolences, but also I'm happy for you because, you're collecting all the Zelda systems anyway.
Yeah, I'm trying to, and this will be actually obtainable where like things like the SP are not.
Yeah, no, that one is especially.
And like all the 3DSs, like I have
the
regular 3DS one, but like the new 3DS ones, I'm not going to get those unless I pay like $1,000.
Yeah, it's funny with like both Zelda and Pokemon, they'll put out so many like limited edition versions of consoles, and then for Mario it'll just be like, here's some red Joy-Cons. Yeah,
100%. Sorry, Mario fans. All right, we don't have a whole lot left. Just Dance 2025.
That's a miss for me, but
same.
I'm not a Just Dance stan, unfortunately.
I was maybe one time along like when the first one came out, but that's about it.
Yeah.
It's happening. Okay, this is what I was talking about when I mentioned the PlayStation stuff.
Yes.
Lego Horizons Adventures. So PlayStation's IP is Horizon. And now there's a Lego game coming on the Switch. What?
What?
What's that about?
So is this do you feel like this is a big deal?
No, it's just random, I guess.
Okay. I see.
I mean, I've seen some people talk about it, I guess. So like, oh, I thought that was like one of the PlayStation's like big IPs that they didn't want to share.
Right.
But
I don't know, because it's a Lego thing that kind of like dilutes that notion.
Yeah, it's not the actual game, it's a Lego version.
Right.
I mean, it's not going to be the same as the
No.
regular game. It's just in the same world.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I probably won't play that, but I'm excited for maybe some other people to learn about that franchise because it's great.
Right. Yeah, it is interesting. I wonder if the folks at Sony are thinking about like maybe converting some like younger Nintendo fans into PlayStation fans by like because if I guess if they're not exposed to PlayStation's like stuff, then maybe they don't even know that Horizon like exists. And anyway,
and it's the same with the next one that they announced, Stray. That one is a game that's on the Switch, or sorry, on the PlayStation, coming to the Switch. Stray coming to the Switch, holiday 2024. I'm excited for that because there are people that don't have PlayStations that can't play it.
That would love to play this game.
That would love to play this game.
Yep.
Does it look great on the Switch?
No. And that's...
It's just part of the game is that how good it looks.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, like you're playing this right now on PlayStation 5.
It looks great.
Yeah. So how much, like, do you think... like... I don't know how to word this, I guess, because
I think this version of the game is for people who don't care about the graphics but want to experience the game. The first people that come to my mind is like younger kids.
Sure.
like my nephew would probably want to play this
Right.
because he doesn't have a PlayStation,
Right.
but he loves
Yeah.
Stray.
Yeah. But yeah, it is a shame with this game, the fidelity of it and the graphics, the environments, all that stuff is all like a selling point and kind of a reason to play it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. Cool future cat game. This is a hit for me for what it's worth.
Yeah, it's a hit for me too. I love that it's coming to the Switch. I think that it's good that it, is getting. I think they initially said it was going to, but then it just took a while to port it over. Hopefully, it plays well.
Mm-hmm. I do find it interesting because a game that came out not that long ago on Switch, Little Kitty Big City, is it's almost like a more cartoon. It isn't the same idea as Stray, where it's almost
different
like
story.
Different story. It's almost like Untitled Goose Game, but you're a cat, and it's anyway. But it's interesting to me. I wonder how the like developers of like Little Kitty Big City feel that Stray is coming to Switch now.
Who knows?
Obviously, nothing that they can do about it. But I wonder if they're like, "What the hell, man?
Yeah,
our niche,
our niche. Dang, the cat game."
But Mo is playing Little Kitty Big City right now, and they love it.
It looks great. I want to play it.
Yeah,
that looks like fun.
Yeah.
Okay, what else do we got on this direct?
We're nearing the end. Just a few things left.
Tales of the Shire. Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, this.
Talk about it while I go grab a lozenge.
Sure. I mean, this is a cozy game for sure in the world of Middle Earth, right? I don't really know much else about it. I think they were trying to like hide how farming sim this game is in the trailer because they showed like 0.5 seconds of farming action, and the rest of it is just kind of like walking around the Shire because it's set specifically in the Shire in Hobbit Town. And it looks really cute. I'm sure for Lord of the Rings fans.
See, I'm a Lord of the Rings fan, but this doesn't appeal to me.
Okay. Yeah, this is a miss for me.
I'm just kind of like, why?
But I almost wonder like if this game would hit harder if there wasn't such a saturation of like this kind of game.
Right.
But maybe that might be the case for like every other game in this style right now.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Ace Attorney Investigations Collection.
It's a hit for me. This is very cool to see. This is some Ace Attorney games that were never localized that are finally coming over this way. So that's exciting. Have you played a Ace Attorney game before?
Nope.
No, they got a cool story, cool puzzles. You play as a lawyer, and some games, depending on who you're playing as, you're either a prosecutor or a defendant. Anyway, but yeah, they're very cool. They have a very passionate cult following. So it's great to see. That's a hit for me, but it sounds like perhaps a miss for you.
A miss for me.
A miss for me.
Yeah.
That's all good.
The next few are a miss for me as well. The 100-line Last Defense Academy.
Yeah, it's by the Danganronpa folks. This is a miss for me too, but Danganronpa fans went crazy for this.
Nice. Romancing Saga 2. Revenge of the Seven.
Yeah.
Miss for me.
There's another anime fantasy game. Kind of looks like Fire Emblem, maybe. This is probably not doing these games like justice for what it's worth.
We're just like, another JRPG.
I think, we're just not the folks that these games are for. And so if we
they're probably great games.
Probably
they're just not for us.
Yeah, if we sound dismissive, that's just because they're not for us. But that's a miss for me, unfortunately, about Romancing Saga. And then
the last announcement.
The last announcement.
We're finally at the end.
The one more thing.
This was the one more thing. It was the biggest thing. Probably the biggest thing that Switch fans have been waiting for since the release of the Switch.
Yeah.
Metroid Prime 4.
We finally got some gameplay. We got a subtitle.
We got a year. We got a year.
2025.
Wow. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
For the Switch and seeing how other games perform on the Switch,
Right.
this looked really good.
Right. I think the excitement of this is lost on me just because I'm like, I haven't played the other Primes. Like
Neither have I.
It's very cool that after so long and after the game was delayed and then like apparently restarted from the ground up with its developer a few years ago, they just like took it in a different direction or something. I don't really
I
know.
didn't hear about that. That's crazy.
I think because of the build up, this didn't hit maybe as much as I thought it would.
Okay.
Because it kind of just, and like this is more of a good thing. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks like more Metroid Prime, and that's what it is. I don't know like what else I was expecting.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I think for the folks who obviously played the Prime games, this is huge. But you seem more excited about it than I do.
I'm excited. This is a hit for me for sure. I haven't played any of the Prime games, but I hope that this will be a nice intro into the franchise.
Okay. So you would play this one before the other three?
Probably.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
It looks good.
Yeah. I'm still kind of holding out hope that they remaster Prime 2 and 3. It would make sense because like
I guess the first one's on Switch, isn't it?
the first one they did a remaster for, and yeah, that's already out. And it looks great. And I figured for sure, given that this is like a continuing story, that they would put the rest of them out. So I'm still kind of holding out hope that they do. I thought for sure actually that in this direct, something that I meant to mention when we were talking about expectations way earlier, I thought for sure that they were just going to shadow drop Prime 2.
Okay.
But that obviously didn't happen.
No.
And instead they gave us Prime 4. So I'm like, don't get me wrong. This is great to see. I'm excited for all the folks who have been waiting patiently for this. I think I need to, like, I'm more excited about Zero Mission coming to NSO than I am
Fair
about
enough.
Prime 4, but that's just me.
Fair enough. Overall, what are your thoughts?
Oh, it was a great direct overall. There's
Would
a
you
lot
say
of
it's
stuff
a hit
in there.
overall?
It was a hit. Yeah. I mean, a lot of like the headlines and stuff are going to be misses for a lot of people, I think. But I think the nice thing about directs is they do have like something in there for everyone. And I think they're doing good at that. But
this felt well-rounded.
Yeah, they had some like hefty first party announcements with Mario and Luigi. Obviously, the first play a Zelda game is ginormous, and then finally getting some Prime 4 gameplay is a pretty big deal.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'd say overall it was a very good direct.
Good direct for the end of the Switch.
So, do you think there's going to be? I think there's going to be at least one more direct for the Switch.
I think there'll be one more direct for the Switch.
Yeah, like I don't know.
For the holiday.
Yeah, in like November.
Yeah.
Is that probably when the next one will be?
But do you think that maybe they'll announce the new console then too?
They might, but I think they're also going to throw some games in there with it. Although, I mean, when they did like a whole like press conference for the Switch, and it was like just the Switch, and that showed gameplay of like Mario Kart, Zelda, Odyssey, Skyrim, originally.
Oh right, Skyrim.
And those weren't like announcements per se. Like they didn't announce Mario Odyssey, but they did show gameplay of it. Just in the first like footage of what the Switch could do.
Well, I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
But I think there will still be at least one more direct with like games for the Switch.
Yeah, I think so. Especially where a lot of these games are coming like 2025. They probably will have at least one more.
Yeah.
But hopefully next year we'll see new console.
Yeah. What was like your biggest, what are you most excited about?
From this direct?
Yep.
New Zelda.
Yeah.
100%.
That's like far and away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely the thing I'm most excited about. That's probably the only thing I'm actually going to pre-order.
Right.
There's other things I'm interested in that I'd love to play at some point, but again, yeah, just trying to not spend as much on games this year. So
yeah,
get Zelda. That'll be the one thing I do.
Cool.
Probably get the Switch Lite.
Yeah, true.
So that'll be the rest of the gaming budget for the year.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, I'm excited. What
Ye-
about you? What's the biggest thing for you?
Mario and Luigi Brothership.
Okay.
Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake. I really hope they're workshopping that name. But if it's final, then so be it. And I think Zelda as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah. That was a good direct. I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got to go through everything in the direct. Is there anything else that we wanted to talk about this week? Is there anything new in Pokemon going on?
Yeah. The next 7-star raid in Pokemon is going to be a Dragon Terra-type Sceptile. They're still making their way through all the starters. I believe the first one is going to be this weekend. So today is the 27th. So I think it's going to start tomorrow, the 28th. And then there's going to be 2 weekends of it as per usual.
Great.
Otherwise, in Pokemon, there hasn't been any like Legends ZA news. I'm sure if there was, we would have actually talked about it.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've part of me feels like sometimes I should probably mention if there's anything cool happening in Pokemon Go. But now you are the Go player on the podcast.
I'm the Go player.
So like, is there anything as far as you know in Go? Or?
Let me look. Events?
Sorry to like put you on the spot.
No, it's fine.
But
8th anniversary is tomorrow.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Like the actual day is tomorrow.
Well, it's June 28th to July 3rd. So somewhere in there.
Gotcha.
And then there's a Mega Rayquaza raid.
Ooh.
On June 29th.
Cool.
So that's it.
Right on.
8th anniversary is tomorrow. Nice. It's good stuff.
What's anything new in Fortnite? I guess you haven't really been keeping up with Fortnite much lately.
I wish I could. I was busy.
Yeah.
But there's new stuff. Nick A30, a Halifax-based Fortnite streamer, got an icon skin in Fortnite. Huge. That's huge.
Sweet.
Yeah, so he's in the game now.
Nice.
Which is really cool. Congrats, Nick A30. Not that you listen to this podcast.
Never know.
Never know, I guess. And there's Metallica's in the game now.
Okay.
Yep. They've got a new mode called Fortnite Reload, and I think it like kind of ties back to the OG season.
Okay.
Again, I haven't played it in a while. I don't know what's up. The new season has been fun. You like drive a lot of cars, and it's kind of like Mad Max kind of vibes.
Cool.
And that's pretty cool. I want to get back into it though.
Yeah.
I miss playing it.
Yeah.
Apparently the season's really fun. So
yeah, so many games.
So many games.
So we should probably mention, not that either of us have played it, but the DLC for Elden Ring.
Oh yeah.
Also came out. The Erd Tree. I believe. I guess it's really, really hard.
I've heard.
Even for like
seasoned.
Even for like FromSoft Soulsborne.
Rough.
Standards. I guess that stuff is difficult.
Steam summer sale started today. Oh.
Cool.
Well, that's always how I fill out my Steam library.
Yeah.
The only way.
Pick up some games there.
I probably won't, but not this year. That's how I used to do it.
Yeah.
How I used to do it.
But yeah, lots to look forward to on the Switch.
Nice.
And yeah, man.
Well, I think that's what we have for today. I think, hopefully we'll have some more news next month.
Yeah. Or we'll have a game to talk about.
We'll have a game we can talk about. And if you want to see us do this live, we literally do the podcast live on Twitch. Twitch.tv/just_Kiyoshi. That is my channel. Spencer also has a channel. Twitch.tv/Caprio_. And he plays a lot of Pokemon.
I do.
That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
But it's great. I learned so much about Pokemon watching your streams.
Aw.
So
that's nice.
I think it's fun. Go check us out. You can also listen to the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yeah, wherever you like.
Or you can watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
And we have a Frostbytes podcast channel that we post the VODs to after we film it. Yeah.
But if you want to, we do a pre-show and we do a post-show when we do the podcast live. So if you ever want to take part in that, then you got to be here.
Yep, gotta
be here. Twitch.tv/just_Kiyashi. Got to get that underscore in there.
And then we get great comments like this from the only tugboat. For a moment, I was like, whoa, we could hang out and I could be a live studio audience.
You are the live studio audience.
You are the live studio audience.
Yeah, as we speak.
Actually, we should get Tugboat on the podcast sometime.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Absolutely. Start getting some guests on.
Get some guests. That'd be cool.
But yeah.
A bunch of people have asked me.
To be guests?
Yeah.
Okay.
People are like, hey, do you do guests? I'm like, no.
Well, I mean, we could.
We could, but we don't right now.
Make it happen.
But yeah, we'll figure it out.
Sweet.
All right.
I think we did it.
Yeah, we did it. Thanks again for listening, everyone. See you next time.
Bye.